Hi, this is Zach Meir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Monday, the 29th of January. Starting off with the S&P, which is in this rising trend channel, which has been in place since the end of October. Obviously a stellar run since then, and we can't rule out this market getting a little bit tired in the meantime, but we've got the old resistance there towards 4790, 4800. That ties in with the floor of that rising trend channel, the uptrend line, and we're looking for the market to remain above that ahead of a move towards the top of the channel there, around 5060 by the end of next month. In the meantime, I suppose favoured areas for support, 4840, and then, as I said before, 4800, 4790. Moving on to the stocks, and quite a selection today. The first one is Aclarion, and here the share is trying to break through that 50-day moving average. It's been a barrier basically for much of the past year, especially with those one-day wonder rallies back in December and in January. Easiest answer here is to look for an end-of-day close above the 50-day line currently at $3.80, and then above that we could get up to recent peaks as high as $7. Next up, hopefully a situation not quite as problematic as the last one we've been looking at, and here we've got Appfolio and a nice unfilled gap to the upside. We've been looking for the shares to head higher, but they took their time and then made a final low before the latest gap higher. Top of the rising trend channel, $240, $241, and we're looking for that while we remain above the old resistance there from November at 210. So that is the likely range. Moving on to stock which has been covered here quite recently by Baijayun Group, and we were looking for the shares to hit the top of that rising trend channel base from back in October, around $5.10. They've exceeded that, so we're left looking for the next level up, which would quite understandably be the upper parallel of that channel, up to $7.40 by the end of next month, while we remain above the $5 area. Stock which is also doing us proud at the moment is BitOrigin. We've been looking at this and hoping it will go higher. Here we've got a rising trend channel that's been in place since June last year. Top of the channel heading for as high as $5.50, and that's what we're looking for over the next couple of weeks while we remain above the 50-day moving average at $3.80. Interesting setup coming up next, and we'll see why when I tap out the appropriate letters. We've got a vast unfilled gap to the upside from Corbus, and here you can see that the shares rather blew out the previous target we had there. That was a resistance line projection from August. That was suggesting a target up to $9.30. Obviously we've doubled that and more, and now we're left flailing trying to find the next level up for the shares. Probably the best that can be said at this stage is that there is a line of resistance from back in the early part of last year. That's heading towards the $60 area, and we're looking for that by the end of next month, if we remain on the right side of the Friday support area, just below the $20 mark. So above 20, really looking for the upside to continue there. Stock which is not perhaps quite so spectacular, but you never know, it might turn out to be the case one day. Esports Entertainment, obviously not come off a great charting run over the recent past, but we're looking for perhaps a little bit of a dead cat bounce here. Here looking into the situation close up, you can see that we're trying to get back towards the 50-day moving average. That is currently around the $6 mark, $6.30, but initial support, the initial resistance rather, there at $4.50, and we need to hold recent support for the shares around $1.80 in order to get up to that $4 plus area. So basically 180, the support zone here, backed by bullish divergence in the RSI window, so that is suggesting there is some accumulation going on at these lower levels. New stock to get a handle on at the moment is First Wave Biopharma, and here another one of those attempted basing situations with the seller coming in every time the stock is lobbed up, but at least here we've got a decent price action near the 50-day line, and above it around $4.90, looking for the shares to get back up to the $6 level over the next couple of weeks. Stock which has had a lot of coverage here, which is good in a way, because it obviously suggests that the shares are rising well, and as you can see that Maiwu hit our initial target there at $8.10, let's call it, and we're not far off now the $12 mark, which was our second target, by the end of next month. On to a new name, and that's coming up in the form of Panbela Therapeutics. Another stock where there's been an almighty bear run. We're looking for a potential turnaround here. Here you can see that not much in the way of support for the shares, apart from a line which I'm about to draw now, which is back there from the end of October, at least while we're above the $3 area, looking for a return to resistance on the way down, as high as $7 over the next 1 month to 6 weeks for this situation. One of the better situations of the recent past is coming up next, and here we've got Pyxis Oncology. You can see that the shares have exactly hit our trend channel target there, around $3.90. Above that, we're looking for a new leg to the upside, and that would be the upper parallel of that particular line, currently heading towards 480 by the end of next month. Ideally, the shares stay on the right side of 350, which was the resistance on the way down. Probably the best situation of the recent past has been Rail Vision, and here you'll see that once again we're touching that resistance line target, the second target we had there at $9.40, so it's great news, and looking for the next leg up here up towards $14 as soon as the end of next month, while we stay on the right side of $8. On to the last two, and the first stock is one which was appearing on the London market. They decided to leave, which is quite understandable given the state of the London market. Not doing that fantastically in the US either, but we do have a broadening triangle base, and that does suggest that above the 50-day moving average, currently around $2.60, we could head up to $4 by the end of next month. Finishing off with Solowin Holdings, and here you can see there's been a nice decent extended base for the shares. The favored destination at the moment is a resistance line target that I've just drawn now, up towards $8.90, and we're looking for that while we're above the old resistance there around the $5 mark. So above 5, looking for up to 9 there at Solowin. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.